Hello there, everybody. I hope you've all had a wonderful work week. And for those of you in the US, I hope it's been a short work week. Well, it was just about a week ago, a little too late for us to make deadline for our last news, but OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, well, they have announced that ChatGPT Enterprise is now available. That's right. OpenAI isn't going to be satisfied with being the platform that everybody builds a B2B business on. They want to be the B2B business that marketers build a strategy in. Is this good news, bad news, or, meh? Let's talk about it. This is 5 minutes of what you need to lead in marketing. Let's roll. Hello, everybody. Robert Rose here with the Content and Marketing Strategy News. It is what's new, but most importantly, it's what's important in the world of marketing. And for the best and best practices, head on over to contentmarketinginstitute.com. So yes, just about a week ago now, OpenAI announced their newest tool, and in a move that should surprise exactly no one who's been paying attention, the company announced ChatGPT Enterprise, offering up, and I quote, enterprise-grade security and privacy, the most powerful version of ChatGPT yet. The company's release also says that it believes that AI can assist and elevate every aspect of our working lives and make teams more creative and productive. Today, they say, marks another important step in AI assisted for work that helps with any task, is customized for your organization, and protects your company data. Or, just like every other MarTech enterprise technology product press release that's been ever announced. I would just remind folks of another article from a little startup called Salesforce. This happened about 23 years ago when that scrappy little company announced, and I quote, emerging companies need solutions rapidly. The faster a company can get a brand going and build a competitive offering, the better off it is. That is fundamentally what Salesforce enables companies to do. No upfront time, no upfront investment in money. Companies just input their information and away they go. Yeah, that's just like every MarTech solution. We're always automagically solving the world's problems. In any event, this new offering from OpenAI does say to be different from business in a few ways, namely that OpenAI says it will not train on your business data or conversations, and the models will not learn from your usage. Now, that's an interesting feature. Because is that a feature? Is that something we really want, for it to not learn from us? It certainly feeds into recent headlines, and it's also worth noting, by the way, that a little further down, they say, according to OpenAI's APIs, and boy, that's a word salad, OpenAI APIs, if you need to extend the platform into a fully custom solution for your organization, you can do that. It suggests that you can use it in a way that some companies will to provide, teaching the system the ability to know the company's jargon, the editorial tone, the guideline, and in fact, yes, use your content for the learning model to get smarter. Further, the release says Enterprise GPT is SOC 2 compliant and that all conversations are encrypted. Meh. That's a fancy way of saying that whatever security they have, they're upfront about it. If their security approaches meet your needs, well, then you're good to go. Put really simply, being SOC 2 compliant, well, a sock could be SOC 2 compliant if all it's supposed to do is cover your foot. With ChatGPT Enterprise, there are no usage caps. They say ChatGPT 4 performs up to 2 times faster, and apparently now you can load up approximately 25,000 words as a prompt. That does beg the question of how often am I using 25,000 words as a prompt? What am I really asking there? And you can really apparently share chat templates to collaborate with and build common workflows with other users in your account. Put really simply, and my take overall, it sounds very fancy, and it's certainly on par with many of the smaller startup solutions that have evolved since the announcement of ChatGPT was about a year ago. But it's all so new that these features, they're just not really understood yet. In other words, sharing chat templates, is that a problem that's worthy of an enterprise feature right now? It reminds me very much of the early days of web content management back in the early 2000s when the systems, they were all putting in features that we thought customers needed, such as global search and replace. That was something that everybody thought clients wanted, and even the clients themselves thought they wanted in their enterprise content management system until, some chucklehead broke the entire content repository in the website with a badly worded global search and replace term. The good old days of fixing those things. Anyway, This will certainly be the biggest disruption for some of the newer startups that were just themselves wrappers for ChatGPT and providing some of the basic functionality. Now, as OpenAI's Enterprise ChatGPT goes against Microsoft's Bing Chat Enterprise, there will certainly be other competitors to come along soon, including, by the way, Salesforce and others. Enterprise ChatGPT pricing, yeah, it's still murky at best. Basically, hey, please call us for pricing, which is enterprise software ease for we don't know how much to charge you yet. Overall, it's going to be really interesting to watch how all this unfolds and how it affects the startup marketplace. For some, this is going to be good news. They'll be able to differentiate against it as a young upstart. And it will be interesting to see if OpenAI jumpstarts its enterprise program by acquiring one or more of these smaller companies. For others, well, this is going to be the beginning of the end of their very fast and quick rise. Our recommendation to buyers, it's the same as it's been for the last 9 months. Sort out your process, the workflow, the strategy you're looking to solve first. No new technology is going to help you do that. Then consider the short list of options and solve for the gaps in that plan with the right technology that solves the right problems. But what do you think? I mean, here we go. The enterprise market for chat-based generative AI, it's here. How are you feeling about it? Let me know. And until I see you next week, well, remember, it's your story to tell. Tell it well. I'll see you next week.